One of the most intelligent animals on this planet. One of the most emotional animals. One of the most social animals. After a slaughter, survived young pilot whale is searching his family if a turtle. Love its life. What love must a whale have, for a whale is bigger than a turtle, and if I grew to respect a turtle, what a respect I might have for a whale. With every drop of water you drink, every breath you take, you are connected to the sea. No matter where on earth you live. Back in 1846, whaling was one of the most booming industries in the whole world. It was the fifth largest sector in the United States economy, raking in a cool $10 million, but somewhere along the way the whale supply started to run low and some people began to realize that the entire thing might be a bad idea. How did the whale accelerated climate change? And why were scientists worried about whale poo shortages? This is what if, and here's what would happen if we never started hunting whales. If the whale hunt never happened, there'd be less carbon in our atmosphere and our planet would be a lot healthier. If we restored whale population to pre-hunt levels, we could remove about 160,000 tons of carbon from our atmosphere every year. But how can one species be so important to the entire planet? Looking back, it's clear why whale hunting was such an enticing business opportunity. Whale meat could be used to feed the masses, their oil could lubricate machinery and light up a room. Their intestines could produce perfume and their cartilage was perfect for holding together products like corsets and umbrellas. With all the money wrapped up in the industry, you can see why that would be such a backlash when it was essentially banned in 1986. Some politicians even argued that hunting whales was good for humans because without whales around to eat fish and krill to be more for us. But as we got rid of the whales, the fish and krill started to die too. You see, whales are apex predators, which means that they're the top of the food chain. When you begin to remove the head of the food chain, it creates something called a trophic cascade. Basically, a trickle-down effect can disrupt an entire ecosystem. Whales don't just eat fish and krill. They also play a big part in allowing those populations to thrive. For one thing, their proof releases essential nutrients like iron and nitrogen into the surface waters, which fertilizes plant plankton, which in turn feeds fishing and krill. Whenever whales will swim from the depths of the ocean back up to the surface, they knock plankton up to the sunny surface waters, allowing you more time to reproduce. The more plankton there are in our waters, the better things are for everyone. Not only displaced in feedlots marine populations, they also absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, taking it down to the bottom of the ocean for thousands of years when they died. With the carbon reduction doesn't stop there, whales also contribute directly to cleaning up the atmosphere. They store large amounts of carbon and carry it down to the seafloor when they die. Otherwise, this carbon would be released into the environment and contribute to global warming. With all that in mind, it's clear how vital these elegant creatures are to the planet and how much good they could have been doing if we hadn't been slashing the populations for decades. Nowadays, whale hunting is banned everywhere except for a handful of countries. Experts say that despite these efforts, the populations of most species of whale won't even reach half of their pre-whaling numbers by the year 2100. Maybe one day we'll be able to make up for all we lost with the whale. In Vietnam, there is a custom of worshipping the ong fish, including whales, dolphins, sperm whales and large fish in general. Is a folk belief in the central and southern coasts of Vietnam. Whales often save people at sea. That is why Vietnamese seafarers worship whales. They also call them the gods of the South Sea.